Hello everybody. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how you can make a sort of like animation system. Specifically, I'm gonna show you making like an unboxing, like crate animation. And I'll have it on screen right now what that means. Okay, so the whole idea is easy, but it's definitely a bit harder to understand. So this video is gonna be a bit harder to kind of, I think, comprehend. But I'm gonna try to go into as much detail as I can. If you have any questions, as always, you can join the Discord and open a support ticket. I'd actually recommend you talk in a general channel, but I mean, support tickets do work. Okay, so to start, we're going to want to set up a poison loop. Now, I will have in the info card on the top right on a better tutorial I've made on how you can do that, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to make a quick tutorial here. Open up your housing menu, go to house settings, event actions, player join, add an action, apply potion effect. That potion effect needs to be poison. For the duration, we're going to set it to 2 million, so they have it for the entire time that they're in the house. Level set to 10, and override existing effects on. Now, if your house includes respawning, so it's a PvP house, or they die for some reason, you're going to want to add that to the respawn, not conditional. 2, so when they respawn, they keep the effect, because you lose it when you die. Just add that quickly here. Okay, so now when you join the house, you'll get poison. We want to go to the damage, or the player damage action, or event. Add a conditional. If it's if the damage causes poison, then we're gonna go in here and then cancel the event. So this will stop us from taking damage. Then we're gonna go up into the PvP and damage settings and make sure that poison/wither damage is set to on. And if you have any issues where people are losing their inventories when they die, turn on keep inventory. Okay, so now if we rejoin our house, we do have the poison effect, as you can see here, and if we go into survival, we won't take any damage. Okay, so for this tutorial, we're going to need 2 stats, so we're going to add them to the scoreboard so we can easily just visualize them during, like, the process of making our, like, animations. So for the first, we're going to add just to make it simple, we'll add a player stat to the scoreboard, and we'll just call this frame, and then we'll add another player stat, and we're going to call this one animation ID. Okay, so on the scoreboard, you can see we have 2 stats now. What we're also going to do is go to house settings again, damage actions, player damage, and inside the conditional where we test if it's poison, we're going to increase the frame stat by 1. So as you can see on the scoreboard, it is starting to go up. And basically what this will allow us to do is when we start an animation, as the numbers get higher, we'll be able to choose where we want to play a sound, teleport them, like, etc. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, I've created a small sort of animation here. So basically, we have this, the first frame that we'll go through, second, third, and fourth, and this basically is just a chest going down to the little, like, fence post here. So now, what we're going to do is we're just going to call this animation ID 1. So whenever we want the player to run through this animation, we're going to call it 1. So to start, we're going to just place down an NPC. We're going to just name it to play animation. And then we're going to open up the click actions, add an action. We're going to set frame, set that to 0, and then set animation ID, set that to 1. So now when we right click this, if we go back in survival, our frame will start from the beginning again and then slowly climb up, and our animation ID is now 1. Okay, so now for the next part, what we're going to do is go to the housing menu, go to house settings, and open up functions. We're going to call this just play animation 1, and we're just going to create that. So now in here, we're going to test what frame the player is currently at, and then we'll do actions for that. So we're going to make a new conditional. Conditions, we're going to do player stat requirement frame. So if frame is equal or greater than or equal to 0, and sometimes it does bug where it won't actually get to the numbers. That's why we're not doing 0, or sorry, equals to 0, or equals to 1, or equals to 3, or equals to 10. What we're going to do is do greater than or equal, and add another condition that is frame is less than or equal. So we're going to do greater than equal to 0 or less than equal to 5. So then if it skips a few numbers, it's still most likely going to be into that range. And then in there, we're just going to want to teleport the player. So I'm going to go over here. So we're going to stand kind of like just right here, position ourselves where we want the player to be. Open up the housing menu, functions, play animation, and then when you're inside here, we're going to want to just teleport the player to the current location. And then maybe we'll play a sound while we're at it. Just how about anvil use? That sounds fine. We're going to go to the next frame, stand where we want to be. Open up the function again. But now we're going to add a new condition. So if frame is greater than or equal to, we'll just do 15, and frame is less than or equal to 20, and then just reposition ourselves, teleport the player to the current location, and then we'll play the sound. And we're just going to repeat this for all the things. So once again, okay, so now that's the framing and like where it wants to teleport us. I did forget something while I was making it. We do want to add the conditional if the animation ID is equal to 1. And I want to do this for all of these because otherwise this will mess with any other animations you have, which can get annoying. And we might want to add just one more so to get them out. Because I'm assuming you probably will have a back to the wall and you won't want them to be able to just move around in the crate area. We'll just say our frame is greater than 70. And our frame is less than 75. So now, when we go into survival, our frames will go up. But now, if we right-click them, we should... Oh, I forgot. We're going to add to the... damage actions, player damage, if actions, add our, what's it called, our function that we made, so that it will constantly test for every poison tube. So now, if we click this, as you can see, the sound does get a little annoying, and for each one, I set the times a bit different, so sometimes they take a little bit longer, but I would recommend changing that yourself. It looks like they did run into an issue. This happened here. Let's see. Frame greater than 40. Frame less than or equal to 45. Animation ID equals to 1. Ah, I missed one. I missed having it teleport the player here. Current location. And then it looks like I missed teleporting them back here. That's my bad. I'm sorry. Teleport the player back here. Okay, so this should be working now. Again, before we run the code, I want to just go over. So in each one of these conditionals, basically what we're doing is checking our frame, the ID, or the frame number we're at. And if it's greater than a value and less than a value, so it's inside that range, then we'll just teleport them. But we also want to check if the animation ID is 1, so we can have multiple animations. But now, when we right-click this guy, here's our first frame, second, third, I didn't put a sound, and fourth, I didn't put a sound. And we're back here. You could do stuff like have it play a title, have it do different sounds, have it give like an invisibility effect so that no one, so if other people are doing it, they don't get in the way. But that's a very basic way to do it. If you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to me in the Discord, or any other users I'm sure would be willing to help. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm always looking for tutorial ideas, and if this helped you, leave a like, because it helps out the channel, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Bye.